Welcome to our YouTube channel. We're the Healthy Baking Fam.
Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We have an apple crisp, a healthy apple crisp for you today. It's a couple of different steps, so we are gonna get started first and foremost with our granola topping. So ready? What's happening?
Do you want a bowl?
Yes, please.
Okay, well, I'm coming right up.
Thanks. All right, hey guys, what's up? I am just going to make the crust very quickly. I am so excited about this 2-ingredient crust that I came up with that is fully gluten-free. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it really quick while the kids are not home. That way we can come back and just make the apple filling and the crumble when they are home from school. So here is how you make the crust. All you need, and I will do it in a separate pan. When I bake this, I just mix it all in here, but that's because I'm lazy. 1 1/4 cups of blanched almond flour. I'm using the super fine almond flour. Almond flour and maple syrup. That is all this crust needs. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. 1, 2. That is it. That is literally it. It is crazy how good this crust is. So you're just gonna kind of mix it all up. I'm just gonna grease my pan here. You can use parchment paper. And then you're gonna dump it in. And you are just going to press it down until it is firm. That's it, you guys. This is the simplest crust ever. I personally really love it. That's the crust for our apple crisp. So I'll be back with the kids in a little bit. We will do an apple filling and then we'll put some granola crumble on top. See you soon. Okay, ready? About 3/4 of a cup of oats. We are just using some quick rolled oats in the bowl. Nice.
I'm gonna make it flat then.
We are going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup to our granola. I'm gonna pass it to Mia. Okay, you play with those. You can have those. You wanna pour it in? That's like 1 1/2. All right, so a little more. Good. Okay. We are just using our granola recipe. I'm changing it a bit just for convenience. I'm using olive oil instead of coconut oil. We don't have to. I'm using olive oil instead of coconut oil. Quantities are a bit different, and I'm also going to use a little bit of pumpkin spice, which this one is just cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves instead of just cinnamon. And I'm not gonna put anything else in it. You can absolutely add nuts or whatever else you want on the top of your crumble. We're just gonna keep it really simple. Let's just start with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, a little bit of vanilla. We'll call that a teaspoon or so. Stir that up, girl.
Put this away.
Did you do that yet? Did you add it? Did you add the salt?
Yeah, I did.
You added it? Okay. All right, some salt, kiddo. The quantities are a bit different, and I'm also going to use a little bit of pumpkin spice, which this one is just cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg. All right, some salt, kiddo. Okay.
You need some salt again?
A little bit. I don't think you added it. We're just gonna say like maybe a half a teaspoon, a little more. Good. If you're doing cinnamon, you can add a full teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, finish stirring. Okay, so this is gonna go on top. We're gonna bake this separately. I'm gonna bake this so that we have our granola cooled and off to the side. If you would like, you can add some flour and some additional oil before it all goes back in the oven, and it will have more of a crumbly, soft texture. Or you can leave it as a granola, and it will be a bit crunchier. It's really personal preference. Good. Okay. We're gonna put it on this sheet. We're just gonna make it so that it's all separate. We're gonna just put this in the oven.
Can I help you?
At 300 for probably 10 minutes or so. All right, we'll we'll be right back. We're gonna do the filling while this is baking. Okay, we're back. We're at the stove here. There's gonna be fire, so we're gonna stay away from it. You won't be able to see my face, guys, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing in the pan here. We cut up 3 apples. They were pretty large. We're gonna go ahead and throw 3 cut apples, 3 sliced apples into our pan. I did not cut them super, super thin, but it depends. It's a personal preference. If you like them even smaller, you can cut them smaller. It really is just dependent on how you like your apples. We are just gonna add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. We are gonna kind of saute all this over medium to low heat for about 10 minutes. You're just gonna wanna coat everything, make sure all the apples are coated in the maple syrup. We are going to add just a touch of cinnamon and a touch of vanilla, and that is it. That's how we're gonna make our filling. It's really easy. Okay, you see the fire? If you're doing this with kids, make sure that they know how dangerous this is. Again, I'm not gonna measure, but I'll have the recipe below. A little bit of vanilla. Chocolate. You wanna do a good amount of cinnamon. This is where that cinnamon taste is gonna come in. We are gonna let these get nice and soft in the pan while they soak in this maple syrup, cinnamon, vanilla marinade. If you didn't know that you can use maple syrup instead of sugar, you absolutely can. We also do this in our cheesecake, our strawberry cheesecake video. If you want to add some flour to this to make it thicker, you can. We are not going to. We'll be back once this is a little bit softer. Okay, we're back and everything is ready. Here is the crust that I did prior. I realized afterwards everything's pretty much done. So you can go ahead and bake everything separately or everything at the end. This came out so delicious. Maxie, do you want just some apples? Plain? Oh my gosh, you really did. You took a big fall outside and your whole face, dude. You need some ice on that. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, here's our granola topping. This came out so good. It's nice and crumbly. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle this all on the top. Yum.
Can I have that?
Granola?
The only granola plain.
For a second. Yum, cinnamony, pumpkiny. So there you guys have it. I'm putting this back in for 10 minutes to firm up that crust, and then we'll be back. You can also, like I said, before you put the granola topping on, you can put granola with a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil with some flour, mix it up, and it'll be like a little bit more crumbly. But I'm gonna stick this back in the oven for 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, here we go. We sprinkled a little bit of brown sugar on the top. It's still hot. You really should let it cool first, but it's late. We are filming this after school. Everybody is tired and everybody wants dinner. You can pull the crust out. You can see it's starting, once it cools, it'll fully harden into a thick crust. So you could see it's starting to do that. It's just, we literally just took this out of the oven. If you let it cool for about 10 minutes, it'll be nice and firm. Okay, go ahead. Piece of the apple, piece of the crumble. Is it good? Is it hot?
No.
Oh, that's really good. That's delicious. I'm not even a huge apple fan, and this is really tasty. The amount of pumpkin spice we put in was great. I was afraid it was gonna be a little too pumpkin-y. Yum. Oh my gosh. What do you think? Give me your review. What's your favorite part of it?
I like the apples. And I like the crust.
Me too.
And the crumble.
It's a good review. Delicious. I'm gonna make this for Thanksgiving. Nice work, guys. High five. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. See you next year.
Have a
Okay.